Greetings, YouTube. Guess what? Smoking is even worse than we thought it was. Hard to believe, I know, but true. The following is an article about the Surgeon General's new report that was released on January 18th. The Surgeon General is Dr. Boris Lushniak. And among the newly included maladies, which the Surgeon General is discussing, reports the New York Times, are diabetes, colorectal and liver cancers, erectile dysfunction, and ectopic pregnancies, as well as vision loss, tuberculosis, rheumatoid arthritis, impaired immune function, and cleft palates in children of women who smoke. Although commonly linked to smoking, the new report is the first time the federal government has declared that they can be caused by smoking. And there's now a direct link. The American Diabetes Association, for example, has long advised those with the affliction to avoid tobacco products. The Surgeon General's report is generally regarded as a standard for policymaking, though it does not carry any legal weight. I wish it did. The new findings come near the 50th anniversary of the Surgeon General's first report, linking smoking with lung cancer. There are now 13 different cancers definitively associated with smoking. The report also finds that changes in cigarette designs have led to present-day smokers being more likely than those 50 years ago to develop illnesses connected with smoking. Now, I'm not sure how you change the design of something as simple as a cigarette. I'm sure that it involves a lot of science. But the fact that they've designed them so that in 2014 they are more deadly than they were in 1964 should be an indication that the tobacco industry wants to kill you. Now, the very wise John Green, I agree with most things that John Green has to say, once said that if you're smoking to die. And I don't ask smokers this because it really upsets them when I bring up the topic that, that they could be doing this deliberately to kill themselves. But I'm curious, why do they do this? There are better methods of committing suicide. And I will defend your right to do so. I will not defend your right to commit slow murder to the people around you or reduce the life quality of the people around you. That I will not defend, particularly when those people around you can't get away, like minor children. Now, some people will then claim that, well, it's never been scientifically proven that tobacco causes these illnesses. Well, there's a reason for that. The way you have to do a scientific study means that you would have to take a sample, say 1,000 people, and you have to have a control group, say 300 of them, and the other two groups, you would then have to give one group a placebo effect. I think something that looks like a cigarette and tastes like a cigarette and behaves in all ways as a cigarette, but doesn't contain any of the negative things that cigarettes do. And then the other group would have to actually be given cigarettes. You would have to take people that don't smoke and make them smoke for as long as you need the study to be done. And that is unethically immoral and monstrous. So we can't do that. We can't give human beings a known poison to see what kind of diseases it gives them. And the tobacco industry knows we can't do that. So they can continue to make the claim that it has not been scientifically proven, because to prove it scientifically would be a crime. Just like what they do, which is selling death. Tobacco companies sell death. And people line up to buy death. And I've never understood it. And I'm not really sure I ever will. It is a vile habit. It kills the people that use it. If used properly, the product is now more deadly now than it was 50 years ago. And it kills the people around them. In addition to making the lives unpleasant and uncomfortable for the people it doesn't kill. If I could spend the rest of my life never encountering a tobacco product and knowing that no non-user encounters a tobacco product, I would be thrilled. If someone said, if you had the magic power to make tobacco go away, would you? I'd go, and it would be gone forever. Because we don't need it. It serves no purpose other than filling the coffers of big tobacco company and, of course, killing millions and millions of people pointlessly. So, I'm about as militantly anti-tobacco as you could find on the planet. I'd make it disappear. I can't fathom why people are allowed to do this in public and why they're allowed to do it around children in cars or inside homes, I don't get it. We know it's deadly. We know it kills the user. We know it kills people around them. And it makes the lives of those around them miserable for those that don't even get ill. And yet, it's legal. Why? Because when it was first introduced, there were no such laws. By the time people realized how deadly it was, those companies that sell tobacco products had earned enough money, they could bribe anyone they wanted to. They could create campaigns. They could dump millions and millions of dollars on ad campaigns to make people make sure that they continued to keep this product legal. And yet, marijuana, which doesn't kill millions and millions of people, is not legal. That makes no sense now, doesn't it? It's almost like the marijuana lobby doesn't have millions and millions of dollars to bribe people. That can't be it. So, if someone out there can explain to me why they want to die and they've chosen tobacco as their main method of achieving that, I would love to know.